So we're going to be talking about cancelling of fractions. Now, sometimes we are asked to cancel fractions to bring them to their lowest terms. So in this topic, I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first question, we're asked to simplify 2/3 times 1 and 7/8. 2/3 times 8/8 and 7/15 over 8. Because as I said before, it's easier to work to change the mixed fraction into an improper fraction. Works quite better when it's a mixed fraction. It's an improper fraction. So what we can do, we can cancel the fraction from here, and what we do, we see common factors that are present, like for you see 2 and 8. 2 is a fact. 2 can go into itself. 2 is a factor of itself. Also 2 is a factor of 8. So 2 into itself goes 1 time, and 2 into 8 goes 4 times. There are also another factor, 3. 3 and 15. 3 can go into itself, and 3 is also a factor of 15. 3 can also go into 15. 3 into 15 goes 5 times. So after this, we're not seeing anything that can cancel out each other. So we go ahead and multiply. 5 times 5 is 5. 1 times 4 is 4. The fraction here that we're looking at is an improper fraction. And so we're going to change the improper fraction into a mixed fraction. So we said 4 into 5 goes 1 time and remainder 1 over 4. So our answer is 1 1/4. So we're going to move over to the same fraction, the same question, but there you can cancel it another way. So if you choose to do it this way, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. But also I'm going to show you another way of canceling. Same question. And so we have 2/3 times 1 and 7/8. 2/3, we change 1 and 7/8 into a mixed fraction. So it's 8/8 plus 7/15 over 8 as we did before. And as we said before, it's the same question. So we're going to multiply through. We're not going to cancel from here. So 2 times 15 is 30. 3 times 8 is 24. So this is where the cancellation is going to take place. So we find factor. We find a factor or a number that can go into 30 and 24 without leaving a remainder. So the same number that you find, you should multiply both the numerator and the denominator, same number. So let's try 6. 6 into 24 goes 4 times, and 6 into 30 goes 5 times. So our answer is 5 over 4, and we reduce it to a mixed. This is an improper fraction, so we're going to reduce it to a mixed fraction. So our answer is 1 1/4, which is the same question, but if you choose to multiply through and then cancel, it's fine. This is 24. Using my next hand. Right, it's 24. So if you choose to multiply through, it's fine. 3 8 24, 2 times 15 is 30, and you cancel from here. So you get 5 over 4. And we use 6 to divide 6 into 30 goes 5 times. The same number that you used to divide the numerator is the same number that you used to divide the denominator. So that's our answer. So we'll still be looking at canceling of fraction. Uh, what is going to be happening now? We have 3's fraction being cancelled, and so we're asked to simplify 16 over 25, 78, 8 and 3 quarter. And as I said, where you see the mixed fraction 8 and 3 quarter, it's best to work with change it to a mixed fraction because you work better with it that way. So we have 16 over 25, 7 over 8, 35 over 4 after we have changed this to a mixed fraction. 4, 8, 32 and 3, 35 over 4. No. We are going to be finding numbers that can cancel each other, you know. So first we see 8 and 16. 8 into itself goes 1 time. 8 into 16 goes 2 times. And we're going to be looking again. We see 25 and 35. What can go into 25 and 35 without leaving a remainder? 5. So 5 into 25 goes 5 times. 5 into 35 goes 7 times. And we look again. We see 2 here and 4. 2 into itself goes 1 time. 2 into 4 goes 2 times. So we'll end up with 1 times 7 times 7, which is shown there. 5 times 1 times 2, which is also shown there. So 7 sevens, 49. 49 times 1 is still 49. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. So we end up, our answer will be 49 over 10. This is considered to be a mixed fraction, but we're asked to simplify the question. So we're gonna reduce this to a mixed fraction, which is 10 into 49 is 4 times, and 9 over 10. So our answer is 4 and 9/10. So we're going to be moving over to another type of cancelling of fraction question. So we're going to be looking at, this is where it's going to, a word is being introduced. So we have 4/5 of 20, 4/5 of 20, 4/5 of 20. No, whatever is the of 4/5 of 20, it simply means that you will be multiplying. So you remove the of and replace it with multiplication sign. Simply means to multiply. So there are times you're going to be fine. They introduce words. So if you see a question like this, 4/5 of, it means 4/5 times 20. So another way of writing 20, which is an whole number, you can also write it as 20 over 1. It means the same thing. So it's 4/5 times 20 over 1. And so 5 and 20. 5 is a factor of 20. It is shown here, and also 5 is a factor of itself. So 5 into 5 goes 1 time, 5 into 20 goes 4 times. Therefore 4 4 is 16, and 1 times 1 is 1, which another way of writing 16 over 1 is 16. This is showing that this is 16 whole number, and this is also showing that this is 16 whole number. So we're going to be looking at division of fraction. Remember, I can't stress enough to remember to like and subscribe, because these topics, they may look simple, but most of the time as adults and even as students, we forgot how to do them. But you need them. Whether or not you go out in the working world, whether or not you're going to apply for a job, and whether or not you continue to go to school or you just started school, it helps to know the basics. And so we're going to be dealing with division of fractions, the topic of division of fraction. Our first question is 3/5 divided by 2/5. Now, with division of fraction, the number that comes after the division sign, you always find the reciprocal. Reciprocal meaning that I always just say the number that whenever you're dividing, first after you get a division, you say 355 by 2/5. Right here, you're gonna change the sign to a multiplication sign. But the number that comes after the division sign, right? Whenever you change it to a multiplication sign, it becomes the reciprocal of that number. This same number becomes the reciprocal of itself when the sign changes. So when you're dividing 2/7, the number that comes after the division sign, which is 2/7, when you change the division sign to multiplication sign, it's gonna be the reciprocal of itself. That means it's gonna turn upside down. I say upside down. So the number that comes after this division sign, whenever you change it to a multiplication sign, you turn the number upside down. So, or you can say it is a reciprocal of the same number that comes after the division sign. That means they are opposite each other. So it may be 2/7 here, but when you change the multiplication, it changes to 7/2. And also, so now, whenever you divide, you always change the division sign to multiplication sign in fractions. So we have 3/5 divided by 2/7. We're going to have 3/5. And the division sign is going to be changed to multiplication sign. And the number that comes after the division sign will change also. The multiplication is going to invert. That means it's going to turn upside down. It's going to inverse, change. So we have 3 7s 21. 5 times 2 is 10. Alright, so we're going to move to another example. Divide 1 4/5 divided by 2/3. So 1 4/5 divided by 2/3. And the difference between this question and the other that we did before is that we're dealing with mixed fractions. Not much of a difference, but as I said before, with mixed fractions, it's best to change the mixed fraction into an improper fraction. So we have 1 4/5 divided by 2 1/3. So 1 4/5, we're going to change it to a mixed fraction. So 5 5 4, 9/5. Remember, whenever you're dividing, you're going to change the division sign to multiplication sign, and the number that comes after the division sign will be inverted or inverse. So 2 times 3, 3 times 2 is 6, and 1 7/3. But we're going to change it to, we're going to inverse it. The multiplication inverse will be 3/7. So in other words, another way of writing 3 2 6 and 1 7/3. Right. So that's another way of writing it. This mixed fraction 7/3. But when you're gonna change the division sign to a multiplication sign, the multiplication is this number here, which is the same as this. It's going to invert. It's going to inverse. We're going to turn upside down. So instead of having 7/3, we're going to have 3/7. There's nothing here that can cancel each other. So we multiply through 9 3 9s 27. 7 times 5, 35. Right? So, feel free to send me questions if you don't understand, if you have an issue with how I teach. It's fine, you can send me questions. But remember to like and subscribe. It helps.